What's up, guys? Doing a little bit of information video on this Toyota Sienna, how to replace this wheel cylinder. So first of all, the right and this is 2002 model, right and left is the same part number, and this is what I'm using, Doorman. Pretty good pieces, they're like 18 bucks. So you see all this fluid, the cylinder leaked out. If you have any leak coming out and then your wheels is wet like that, pretty much your cylinder has leaked out. That's the only thing it is, very common. So to take out the cylinder, you need to go in the back. There's two bolts. This one's done, okay? There's two bolts. There's one right there, and there's one on the opposite side. They're number 8, but I had to hammer on a number 7 because it was all corroded. Even this one, we're not losing this guy up. I put a number 10 on it, close-ended wrench. I'll show you that in a bit. But once I got it loose, this thing was twisting. So what I did was I put it open-ended. Once it was loose, I put it open-ended 10 millimeter, and I went back forth. So it kept on turning back and forth, and it freed itself from the line. And make sure you don't just keep twisting and rip up that line. And to put it back in, make sure you clean the surface really good. And it goes, so you don't have to take off none of this stuff. It slips right in. You might have to move this with a screwdriver, just plunge it a little bit and get it in there. So what I did was, first, to get the line in, remember that thing is going to be stiff. Make sure you line it really good, the line, so you don't strip nothing, and twist it on. And once you get it, you should be in good hands. And then tighten up the two bolts, or put the bolts in first, but leave them loose, so that way you can move around the cylinder a bit, so you can make the alignment on the threading here, so you don't cross thread anything. And I did the same thing on the opposite side. Same thing here, okay? This one did not leak, but as I opened the boot, it was leaking. It was pretty corroded, and I cleaned up the surface where it sits at, so it has to sit flush. And that's it. After that, you do need to bleed it, and if you don't bleed it, you're gonna have a spongy pedal. And make sure you bleed both of them from the bleeder valves here. There's a bleeder valve here. And let me show you some of the tools I use. So I use this number 8 here. Then I hammered it since it wasn't coming off. Since it was corroded, it wasn't the correct size. 10 millimeter brake line wrench, and this is for the bleeder valve. I am gonna bleed it. That's the part you're not gonna see me. And then I use this. All these tools, I kept on matching it because the opposite side, one of the bolts did not want it to come out. But pretty much I saved everything. You should be able to do this within. Took me, usually to change a cylinder, it's 20 minutes, no more than that. Then bleeding another 5-10 minutes. But since it was all corroded and I still gotta clean this up, it took me good about 2 hours to complete the job, and now it's time for me to bleed it. And but I do want to clean it, and I am gonna adjust the drums a bit and the shoes. And sometimes you will hear a noise, a click noise. After I was finished with this, any brake job, once I'm done, the brakes always make noise. It's like somebody, every time you're braking, someone's back there just like that. If somebody's banging, so if you could be touching it slightly, going 10 miles per hour, you hear it. The faster you go, the faster it gets. What I did was with that, to fix that solution, if you come across that, you're gonna adjust these. I will make a video on that down the road. You're gonna put the drum on and you're gonna adjust it from here. You're gonna open up these shoes as much as they can, and they grip onto that drums equally, okay? And once it grips on, then you're gonna come back 3 at a time. So do 3 clicks back, so they let go, because at that point it's not gonna let go of the drum. So you do 3 clicks or 2 clicks and let it slip off, because what the problem is, you don't have an equal amount of clearance on both sides, and one of the shoes will touch and then the other side will go click 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 click. So that's what you want to do, okay? Same thing on the opposite side, and make sure you clean up the dirt drums. I gotta clean those out. And same thing here, okay? To adjust it, clean it, adjust it, that's how you're gonna do it, okay? Sometimes these will be jammed up, then you have to, then I would change everything. But I am trying to convince this customer to change these shoes. Let's see what he said. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching. All that corrosion is gonna give you trouble, but you know what? Let's walk out to the drums I have, the cylinders I have here. So here's the cylinder, okay? This one was leaking pretty bad, and this one started to leak. You can see a little bit coming out from right here. And they're all corroded, okay? They're all gone. Anyways, thank you for watching. See you guys on the next one.